Well, before we move on to speaking about the Braille part into more detail, because that's really interesting. Could you maybe tell us something more about how what Stefano was interested about is how did Lego follow the trends, if any, in years, or did it always create the products and create themes maybe by taking an independent direction, or how did it evolve? He was thinking about maybe when in the 90s, I think there was a pirate series, or if I'm not wrong.
Yeah. Well, Stefano, I hope you can come to Denmark sometime. We have a museum where all the old models are still on display.
Yeah.
It's at the Lego house, and you can see almost like the trends throughout society, you know, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s and 90s. Literally, I feel that our models display a kind of like the social development and the interest of children and the boy-girl dynamics and, you know, families, you know, situations. It's very interesting to see how we followed the times. Not to say that Lego Group hasn't made mistakes, because we've tested things during, you know, the times, and some things have not worked, and you know, and often we've come back to the core essence, our Lego brick, because as you know, we're also digital, and we've done movies, and we have 3 theme parks, all sorts of things. So I think we try to create this holistic brand experience, and some things are more successful than others.
I also think that it's because it's a very interesting question, because yes, we did follow more than the trend, like the desire of our fans. Like if we see that they're interested in something, we obviously want to offer them the product that they're looking for. But at the same time, builders are very different, not only in terms of age, but also what they're looking for. So some people like building with building instructions. Other people prefer like free building. So for example, there's always, and there always will be, I hope, the Lego Classic series. It's just a bunch of bricks that you can, yeah, there's some building ideas there in the little booklet, but you can literally build whatever you want. And also one line that I really like is the Lego Idea series, that is just made by our fans. So they're actually the designers, of course, and our designers will come in and make sure that it's like a, you know, in the Lego brand. And of course, there's a few guidelines that we need to follow, but our fans can actually suggest a set. I don't know if you've seen the latest one, the grand piano. It doesn't have anything to do with the Star Wars or with any big TV series or nothing like that. It's about music. And it's really amazing. I don't know if you've seen that, but I really love that. Yes, we followed the trend sometimes, but we also let our fans tell us what they want.
I don't know if you've seen the blue Bugatti.
Yes.
It's amazing, and we have a life-size one, and it's crazy. So our owner actually has a real blue Bugatti, and I've seen him drive around in Billund with it. I don't know if you have, Anna, but it's you know, it's weird and wonderful and amazing things you can make with Lego, and I think that's what's so inspiring. So this museum I referred to before is actually an interactive house. Also, it's called Lego House. And you move through the house in a certain way, going through 5 zones. We call them skills. And it's a bit difficult to explain here, but one zone, for instance, it starts for the very small children, but also for adults. And they've subdivided the bricks into different colors. And what we see is if the bricks are the same color, people build bigger elements and models. because if they're all yellow, let's say, and then there's another area where they're multicolored, where people become more detailed and go into the color combinations. So there's a lot of psychology in working with Lego, and this is what's so interesting. This is what we're tapping into at the Lego Foundation when we do all our research on the learning through play. How do children actually use them? So again, Stephanie, you could maybe find it interesting. In our Lego Duplo bricks, we have one research project where we're mechanizing them, when we've put electrodes into the bricks to see how do the children build with them and how do they take them apart, to see if there's any certain systems and ways and learnings that we can get from that.
Okay.
Wow, that's really interesting.
So there's a lot of science behind this as well. It's not just a simple brick. Everything has been analyzed and user tested, and it's, you know, we test everything with children. We co-develop as well.